Question 9. So one of the R formula type questions that so often crop up. So you need to learn those, I'm afraid. Normally the question very much hints at what you need to use, but you do need to remember the second part. So A sin theta minus B cos theta equals R sin theta minus alpha, where R cos alpha equals A, R sin alpha equals B, and R equals the square root of A squared plus B squared. So this allows us to work out that R is 2 squared plus 4 squared all square rooted, which is root 20, and cos alpha equals 2 over root 20, which is 1.107 radians to 3 decimal places. So our revised formula is root 20 sin alpha minus 1.107. Now for part B1, we need to work out the maximum value of the h function. Now we clearly need to recognize that the bracketed part is very similar to what we've used in part A, so we can replace the bracketed part with our R formula equivalent. So root 20 sin, well 3 alpha now, not alpha, 3 alpha, 3 theta, excuse me, 3 theta minus 1.107 all squared. Now we're being asked to find the maximum value of this. Now think of your sine curve. The very maximum sine of anything you can get is 1. So to maximize this function, we're having this equaling 1. So 1 lot of root 20 all squared. So 4 plus 5 lots of root 20 all squared. 4 plus 5 lots of 20, which is 104. Now for part 2, what is the smallest value of theta to gain this maximum? So think what we were just saying. We were saying that this has to equal 1. So we have sin 3 theta minus 1.107 equaling 1. Inverse sin both sides, we get 3 theta minus 1.107 equaling pi over 2. Add 1.107 and divide by 3, we get theta being 0.893 radians. Now for part C, we've got to work out the minimum value of this function. So if we consider, so the minimum value of this function, so here's the function. So to minimize this, now remember when you are squaring anything, it becomes positive. So the very minimum we can make this is if the bracket equals 0, because 0 squared is 0. So when this bracket is 0, we've got 4 plus 5 lots of 0 squared, which is 4. Which is 4. I should really just have a little squared there, but given it's 0, it doesn't matter. Right, so maximum value of minimum value of 4. Now for part 2, what is the largest value of theta to generate this minimum? So we're saying that we need this sin to be 0. So sin 3 theta minus 1.107 equals 0. Now there are many values that when we sin we get 0. We've got 0 or pi or 2 pi, 3 pi or what have you. We need to take the biggest one that gives us a solution for theta which is less than pi. So in a way I think just by trial and error I've realized that it's 2 pi. Because if we say that the 3 theta minus 1.107 equals 2 pi, we add 1.107 and divide by 3, we get theta being 2.46. Okay, just to show, if we had gone for the bigger one for 3 pi minus 1.107 equaling 3 theta minus 1.107 equaling 3 pi, adding 1.107 dividing by 3, we'd have got theta being 3.51, which is bigger than pi. It's bigger than 3.14, so that's too big. So our biggest theta is 2.46.